Hello everyone, in this video we will be talking about Fredrick Frobel. This video was made by Jessica Rodriguez, Juan Esquivel, Leslie Izaguirre, Gabriel Mendez, Gisela Bettis, and Brendan Ramirez.
Fredrick Wilhelm August Frobel was born in Oberspach, Thuringia on April 21st, 1782. Overweisbach was located in a wealthy community in Thuringia Forest. It had been known for many centuries for its natural herb remedies. His mother died when he was 9 months old, and he was reared by his father, a Lutheran pastor of the Old Orthodox School of Theology, and a stepmother. His early childhood in his father's home was far from happy. For a time, he was sent to a school for girls. He gained a reputation as stupid, mischievous, and untrustworthy. Matters improved when, at the age of 10, he went to live with his maternal uncle in Switzerland. Here, Fredrick received a little formal schooling, but more importantly, he experienced a secure and affectionate family for the first time in his life. This early frustration became a central theme in his educational thought, the importance of practical activity as integral to children's education. At the age of 15, he was apprenticed to a forester. The experience was a little lasting of 2 years, but it allowed him to develop an interest in mathematics and in botany.
At age 17, he visited the University of Jena, where his brother was a student. He found the university atmosphere congenial and stayed to study science and mathematics. Nevertheless, he was obligated to give up his university studies due to financial difficulties. Before he left Jena, he spent 9 weeks in the university prison for non-payment of debts.
In 1805, Frobel went to Frankfurt to study architecture. But instead, he began his career as an educator. 2 years later, he left school to tutor 3 brothers. At the end, he concluded that the educational system was incomplete and he determined to develop a complete system. In 1816, he went through a period of military service. Frobel opened his first school at Greisheim. He named it the Universal German Educational Institute. His first pupils were his 5 nephews. In 1826, Frobel published The Education of a Man, where he discusses his general education principles, child development, and school instruction. In 1831, he left Keilhau and went to Switzerland, where he opened another school in Lucerne. In 1835, he moved to Bergdorf to oversee an orphanage. There, he turned his attention to young children. In 1839, his wife passes away.
Fredrick Frobel was a German educator who believed the period of early childhood is very important in the child's life. It is a critical stage of a child's life where human development and growth take place. In the world of education, he is known as a pioneer of early childhood learning. The beginning of his theory of early childhood education came from his ideas of every child possessing potential of learning right after they are born. The creation of kindergarten came to be after these beliefs. Fredrick Frobel is known as the creator of kindergarten education and believed children should play with other children of their age and is the first site of independence for a child. He created the first institution for kids in 1817, but it did not become known as kindergarten until 1837. United States opened their first kindergarten in Wisconsin in 1856, thanks to the ideas of the founder of kindergarten, Fredrick Frobel. Another contribution that helped rise the idea of kindergarten were his gifts and occupations theory. These were materials he used for instructional reasons to enhance their creativity and learning abilities. A gift was an object, usually shapes, to help them understand the concepts of shapes and dimensions. Occupations were items such as clay or paints to enhance their creative ideas and to make or draw what they wish. The creation of kindergarten was a major impact in education and had a great impact in the world of early childhood enhancement. This has been one of Frobel's major contributions in the world of education.
The lasting impact of Frederick Frobel. The first kindergarten was opened by Frederick Frobel in 1837. The ages started from 3 to 4 with a group of children in Germany. Later on, by the beginning of the 20th century, about 6% of the kindergarten-age population was enrolled in kindergarten. Before Frobel's influence in education, children were considered adults by the age of 7. In Frederick's observation, he saw the necessity in how humans by nature were creative individuals. These children were not seen as little adults working in mines and factories as back then. He created the instructional materials called gifts and hands-on involvement through play. Gifts were intended for the math instruction only. Frobel had difficulties as a young person. As he became famous for his belief in the kindergarten system, he wanted children to flourish and expand their knowledge. His work had a lasting impact on the creativity, letting the child build and expand their creativeness on their own.
1837, Frobel opened an infant school in Blankenburg, Prussia. He originally called the Child Nurture and Activity Institute, and which by happy inspiration he later renamed it Kindergarten or Garden of Children. Frobel was largely responsible for bringing his ideas to the notice of educators in England, France, and the Netherlands. Later they were introduced into other countries, including the United States, where the Frobelian movement achieved its greatest success. There, John Dewey adopted Frobel's principles in his experimental school at the University of Chicago. Kindergartens were established throughout Europe and North America and became a standard educational institute for children of 4 to 6 years of age. Throughout the years, the Parisian government proscribed the kindergarten movement in 1851. The ban was removed until 1860, several years after Frobel's death in 1852.
Overall, Frederick Frobel was a very important role in education. He had a troubled child life but did not let that affect his success in education. He established the first kindergarten in Germany, where it then flourished into what we have today. Thank you for your time. We hope you enjoyed this presentation on Frederick Frobel.